Hey everyone, welcome to SAS-a-fras's world. I'm Shane and my lovely bride Cheryl. Today our video is going to be a little bit different. We are going to be making some low-carb bread in the bread machine. Now a lot of your low-carb breads depend on the oven. You throw them into like a mini loaf pan, yeah, and they kind of raise. And a lot of them that I've seen is more of a consistency of a banana bread. Tastes a lot like regular bread, but still the consistency is different. Not bad though. You know, I mean, I eat banana bread too, or used to eat banana bread. So anyway, we're going to get going here. I will show you what all we put it and how we put it in the bread maker. And 3 hours from now, we'll have a nice fluffy loaf of goodness. And you guys can also leave a comment in the comment section, I should say, about how handsome he looks now, because we took it all off yesterday. There will be a video coming shortly, or maybe even before this one, we'll see. At any rate, I'll bring you right back.
First thing is 1 cup of water. Slightly warm.
So, and the way we are going to be doing this is we're going to be doing it in the order of how our bread machine says you really should order, or you really should add ingredients to. So, here we go. One cup slightly warmed water.
Okay, 2 slightly beaten eggs at room temp.
That are, you know, these. Yep. Okay.
And did you used the 2 jumbos, right?
Yep. I used 2 jumbos. It works out fine. You can use large also. So.
Okay, 1/2 cup of oat fiber.
Why is that doing? Okay. It's not really. Okay. So we got how much? 1.5?
No, a half cup.
Half a cup. Okay.
And that is placed in the center.
So you want to place certain objects in the center. You're kind of making a nest for your yeast, actually. 1/2 cup of oat fiber. So there's a quarter. Another quarter. Okay.
2/3 cup of flaxseed meal in the middle.
Right here. So we got 2/3 cup of flaxseed, and we're gonna barely have enough. Have to go to the health food store tomorrow and pick up some more of this. Oh yeah, I guess we'll have more than enough. Sorry, trying to get it in the cup without making a mess. Oops. And not succeeding. Alright. There we go. Okay.
Okay, 1¼ cup of wheat gluten, and you put that in the middle.
Okay, here's the wheat gluten. So 1¼ right?
Yep.
I use the smaller scoops with this because it's just easier to fit in the bag and you don't make as big of a mess instead of trying to pour it into something else. There's 1.
Is it the half?
No, it's 1/4.
Oh, okay.
I'm using 1/4, so 2. So 5/4 cups of that.
Okay, and then 1 teaspoon of Himalayan salt.
Okay. Is that just sprinkled around.
On the outside.
Yeah. So 1 teaspoon?
1 teaspoon, yes.
Okay.
This is where it gets tricky.
Yeah, kinda. If some of this gets in the center, it's not a big deal. I just like to try to make sure most of it gets on the outside so it gets distributed evenly, yeah. I mean, it will one way or another. I don't even know if that actually makes a difference. It's the way I learned how to do it. Okay?
Okay, 4 tablespoons of sweetener, and that goes on the outside also.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, right there. 4 tablespoons of sweetener. It says tablespoons, right?
Tablespoon,
okay.
Yes.
Sure. Boy, if you guys could only see the mess I'm making out here.
Oh, we can show them after you get done, huh?
Okay. 4 tablespoons of sweetener.
Okay, 1 teaspoon of honey.
Okay.
And it goes on the outside too. This is the tricky one, really.
Kinda, yeah. Honey sticks to the...
Because 1 teaspoon doesn't go that far, but then it wants to stick to the measuring spoon.
I usually see as a bunch of it sticks to the measuring spoon. I usually put just a little bit more in there, not much, you know. Like maybe after it's heaped up, 1/4 of the spoon, or 1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah. A spoon. Half teaspoon of the X gum.
Okay. And this stuff you really want to be careful with. You don't want it being or sitting in one spot. This stuff is very, very gummy. I'm sorry. So what I want to do is I just want to sprinkle it very nicely. Take my time and just kind of, you know,
Evenly
distribute it. Yep. That way you don't have any clumps and lumps and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Right.
2 tablespoons of butter.
Of butter. Gotta reach way over here.
And you need to scoop out.
Yep. Just with the knife. Okay. And the butter you kind of want to distribute evenly. Well, not evenly. It doesn't really matter. But I like to put a little bit of it. I like to put it on the outside. But I like to put a little bit of it, you know, in different places here. And you don't have to have it scientifically placed or anything like that, of course, you know. I mean, gob here and a gob there.
last but not least is the 1 tablespoon of yeast, and that goes in the center.
Okay, so what I like to do is I like to make a little pocket. You don't want it to get down too much to the wetness of the thing. And especially, and this is very important if you're using the timer mechanism on the machine, because you don't want your yeast to get wet until it is starting to knead. So if you go to bed, you set everything up and you go to bed and you want fresh breakfast or fresh bread for breakfast, you need to make sure your yeast stays dry until the machine kicks on. All right. See, and that, when you put that in the bread machine like that, it's going to be, it'll stay dry, so you won't have to worry about that. All right, I will bring you back. I'm going to get the bread machine set up, get this in here, and show you which bread machine I'm using and how I set it. There is the front of the bread maker. Now, I leave it on menu 1, because that's just what I usually put it on a light crust. Okay, and then, let me see here. I think that's it. That's all I gotta do. So then we go start, and it will start kneading the dough, and then let the dough raise. And when it gets to a certain point, cook it. It takes usually about 3 hours, so I will bring you back and show you what the loaf of bread looks like. The bread now has done, or is done with the rising and stuff, and it's starting to cook. I want to see if I can show you in here. It is arisen and baking quite nice. Too bad there isn't smell-o-vision, because the whole house is starting to smell like homemade baked bread. Yum! Okay, everybody, this is the bread, and it's it's a little bit taller than my hand here, about the same. Well, no, it's a little longer. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller. It depends on this machine. This machine still has not been broken. It's been like 3 loaves or 4 loaves or something like that. So I'm sure it'll balance out after a while. But
this is the finished product.
Yes, it's the finished product. Now I am going to. And it is still warm, so it's really, but oh, look at how nice and soft that is.
You left the butter out, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Whoops.
What'd you do?
Helps if I take out. Woo, dog.
Oh, is that part of the?
The part of the thing stayed in there. Part of the bread maker stayed in there. Sorry, folks. There we go.
Whoops.
And it is soft, just like regular bread. And oh, it smells so good. For this demonstration purpose here.
And taste purposes.
And taste purposes. I'm gonna butter it while it's warm. You have some fresh, hot bread and butter. My butter's a little on the cold side. We keep our house not cold, but we keep it on the cooler side, because we got pajamas and robes and stuff like that, blankets we can, and sit in.
The utilities get high in the winter.
Yeah.
Now just split it and we'll...
Split it? What,
yeah.
You want some too? I literally would not know this was a low-carb bread unless...
you were told.
Yeah, exactly. If I was just handed this, I would just think it's a regular homemade bread. It tastes so delicious. So if any of you guys are out there that are on a low-carb diet, this recipe is the way to go.
It's awesome.
Okay, here it is, all sliced up and ready to go. I got 12 slices of bread, plus, of course, both heels. So you're looking at roughly about 2 to 2.2 carbs per slice. Now,
Where did you move it?
these are some pretty big pieces of, that's a nice sized loaf. That's not one little square of bread that you get sometimes from these low carb breads that you get from the store. They're like half that size. So at any rate, I'm going to make up the grilled cheese now, like I said before, and we will. And my wife is making a ton of noise.
What's happening with the cheese?
All right, everyone. Everything is done and ready to go. I'm going to show you what we have here. We have a cup of tomato soup. This is the highest of the carb content thing. Just a little cup. It's not bad.
Here, let's do a taste.
Pink. Ooh, good, but hot.
Hot.
Okay, then we have toasted cheese sandwich. And I'm going to taste test it right here, right on camera.
See, and mine's going to be better because I added onion to mine.
All right, let's try this out. Tastes like
Yum.
a toasted cheese sandwich to me.
All right.
So at any rate, you can have delicious bread on a low carb diet. That's what it comes down to. So you don't have to give away your bread. Tomorrow morning, I'm making biscuits and gravy. Again, low carb, biscuits and sausage gravy. Sounds delicious. So, well, when we do it, you guys will see it. At any rate, we love you. And until next time, have fun, but be safe.